Welcome everybody to today's YouTube video where I'm going to discuss my Pro system. This system has been used to help over 600 women with PMOS since January 2023. This system has never failed. This system cannot fail unless you're an alien, which you're obviously not, or maybe you are. And this system is guaranteed to change your life forever. Let's get straight into it. My Pro system stands for Prime, Restore and Optimize. And it's really important that a woman with PMOS goes through this exact system in this exact order. Of course, your body is different to a woman without PMOS. Therefore, the system is key. Let's get into Prime. In the priming phase, we go for 1 to 3 weeks and we aim to clear up all over restriction. If you're doing keto, carnivore, fasting, any of the fad diets, the Slimming World, the Weight Watchers, this phase is to clear everything up. If we don't do this, you're constantly chasing your metabolism when we want your metabolism to be serving you. It's really important that we get your body used to the correct calories and the food volume. And I always hear from every client, Greg, this is so many calories. How am I going to lose fat? And then within 3 weeks, wow, inches lost, fat lost. But in this phase, don't be scared if the scale weight goes up. Remember, the scale weight is not a measure of success. We're going to look at pictures, measurements, how you're feeling, how clothes are fitting. This is the real measure of success. Also, in the priming phase, you won't be gaining pounds and pounds on the scales. I've seen 1 to 2 pounds gained in the first week and then a steady decrease in the following weeks. And in the priming phase, it's really not uncommon to see things like acne, irregular hair growth, and feeling groggy completely disappear. Look at my client, Emily Whitworth. This was between 1 and 3 weeks, and you can see the difference in her skin. It's literally incredible. And finally, the importance of going through the priming phase is if you don't, again, we're in that restricted state. You haven't given your body what it needs to rebuild your metabolism. So it's extremely necessary that nobody misses this. The restore phase is all about restoring your insulin sensitivity and making sure that your body is stabilized. In this phase, it's all about getting your body used to intaking more carbohydrates. If you've gone through the whole keto, fasting, any of the fad diets, your body will have been restricted at some point from carbohydrates. You've most likely gone on the higher fat side of things, which has stopped your insulin receptor cells from working as well. As we know, dietary fat high increases your chance of insulin resistance. And maybe you've even been told by your doctor that you have a degree of insulin resistance. That wouldn't be uncommon, as over 80% of women with PMOS do have a degree of insulin resistance. So this phase is all about getting your glucose tolerance and your insulin sensitivity through the roof. I don't want you to be eating carbohydrates and getting bloated. There's no reason for that. I don't want you to be eating carbohydrates and having an energy crash. There's no reason for that. I want you to be able to eat lots of carbohydrates like all of my clients do, rice, potatoes, pasta, cereal, fruits, you name it, and wake up with a nice flat stomach, feeling energized and ready to take on the day, which may seem extremely far-fetched right now. I totally understand that. But as you go through the phases, you'll quickly see, wow, this is what I was supposed to be doing many years ago when I was doing all of the fad diets. But we don't look in the past, we go to the future. You found me now. Let's get these results. And finally, the optimize phase. And as you can see, I have a huge smile on my face because this is where all of the results come together. This is where we can start to lose fat every single week. You've been through the priming phase, you've restored your body, your metabolism, your insulin sensitivity, and now we can work on losing body fat in a way that actually stays lost. There's none of this restriction and then losing the results. We're losing body fat and it stays lost. Go to my page, check all the testimonials. These are some very, very happy women, not just fat loss, of course, conceiving, losing the acne, the hair growth, but this is the phase where it all comes together. We start to widen the deficit, whether that's removing a few calories from your nutrition program or increasing a little bit of output, getting some more steps in, doing a bit of incline walking or the cross trainer or stairmaster, whatever you really enjoy. I have one client who she loves to absolute row. So we row every single session at the end. And of course, course, she's in the optimized phase now, so she's losing fat every week. And this is where it's exciting, because everything you've tried so far hasn't worked, and you're finally feeling the energy back from the previous 2 phases. And we are now losing fat, which you haven't seen before. It's not weight loss, it's fat loss. They're 2 different things. So of course the scale will be coming down, but we'll be looking at your progression through the check-in sheet every Monday, and we'll be seeing your measurements change. We'll be seeing your body change. You don't have to send pictures. I'd say about 5% of my clients actually send pictures, but if you don't send them, please take them. I know it can be daunting at the start, but wow, when you see your body changing, there's nothing that is going to beat that. And the grin on my face is because I just had a client this morning send her before and afters, and the results are literally crazy. She's lost 12 pounds in the last 6 weeks. Obviously 12 pounds of fat, because we're not losing anything else. Anyway, that's my pro system. I like to babble on a little bit because I'm so passionate and excited for what I do. If you don't currently follow me on Instagram, go over to my Instagram, GregLocke_. Leave me a follow. If you're interested in going through this system and getting into the best shape of your life with PMOS, despite what the doctors have told you, cut carbohydrates and take metformin and Mounjaro and Ozempic, despite all of that nonsense, we're using 14 years of knowledge all up in my brain, and knowledge from 1935 Sir Harold Hemsworth in terms of the carb tolerance and improving your insulin sensitivity. If you're interested, simply shoot me a DM over on Instagram or comment on this YouTube channel with the word PMOS, and let's get to work.